are infinite.
Hey guys, it's oh wow, big yawn. Excuse me. Oh, jeez, sorry. It's very late. It's Infinite here for another sound design tutorial. The sound we will be making today is a bit of an old one, but it's a lot of people still surprisingly tell me this is one of my favorite tracks of theirs. It's a really old tune of mine called Bring That, and we're just going to make the first, I don't know if it's a growl or just laser or whatever, the first hit in this track. It sounds like this. So yeah, it's a nice sound. We can get right into this guy. Here we go. File, new sound, and we're going to set up our oscillators first. We'll be using all three of them and the modulation oscillator, which is scandalous because I hardly screw around with that. Anyways, oscillator 1, we want a digigrain 2, and we want to put that to bend minus. I'm going to pitch this down, or sorry, pitch it up just 7 little not semitones, tiny tones. That's what we're going to call them. Sounds right to me. Good. Oscillator 2, we want a scrapyard, and we're going to leave that on spectrum, leave everything where it is. We're going to pitch it down 8 tiny tones. There you go. Oscillator 3, we're going to grab the additive 5. Additive makes 5. And we're going to put our wavetable position to the middle, leave it on spectrum. Intensity is good, exactly where it is. And we're going to pitch this guy down 2 full octaves. Sweet. Okay, so from here, we'll turn on the modulation oscillator right now, I guess. Makes sense. Pitch that down 1 octave, and you're going to turn the phase on. Throw that on oscillator 3, and put this guy to about there. So yeah, one thing with this sound is the phase is super important. If you don't turn that on, like, your sound is going to sound absolutely nothing like it should. So yeah, anyways, filter, we want to grab a double notch filter, and we're going to put the cutoff to right there, and the resonance all the way down. So that just kind of sounds like that right now, which is really not very much. So yeah, we can start modulating stuff. We're going to grab an LFO. I'm going to sync the ratio to 1:1, and we would like this guy, the triangle wave. And we're going to modulate our cutoff filter with this. Drag it to about there. And we're also going to modulate the wavetable position on our 3rd oscillator. I have no idea why I pitched this down 2 octaves. I apologize, it's really late right now. We're also going to pitch that down 8 tiny tones. And then with this, we're going to modulate that LFO that we just modulated our cutoff with. Just drag it pretty much all the way around. Yeah, and then so that's how it's sounding at the moment. Starting to sound pretty cool, I think. We're going to go to our voicings tab. Max is good at 16, unison put to 2. Hit that pitch cutoff, drag it ever so slightly to the right, and then hit your pan position. So it's starting to get that wide laser type thing that we want. So from here we'll go to our insert effects. Excuse me. We want a barometer tube for effects 1. Dry wet is good, just below half, and then we're going to turn up the drive quite a bit. And then effects slot 2, we want a dimension expander. Dry wet's good in the middle, size all the way down, and then just turn it up teeny bit. We're starting to get where we want. Insert 1, we want a sine shaper, and we'll put the dry wet to about there, a little line pointing at the E in wet, and we'll crank the drive up to about there. And insert 2, we want a parabolic shaper, and we're going to adjust those so that the dry wet can stay. We're going to turn the drive down a bit to there. So it's starting to get a pretty solid sound going. What we want to do, that's pretty much the sound, but in this tune I've got it rather pitch modulated. So we're going to do that now. So we're going to grab an LFO, just grab number 6. We're going to put it in the pitch area on all 3 of our oscillators. Turn it up 6. Go. Oh, sorry, we got to put it in our modulation too. That's why it sounds so messy there. So right now, that's what we've got. Just hit sync, and then so from here, it's just kind of moving it around to where you want it to be. So just move. That wave right there actually sounds pretty much like exactly how it is in the track. We can check. So we've got that's pretty much exactly the same modulation it's got going in the track. The patch that I'm going to upload for you guys will have the exact same pitch on it, I believe. But yeah, so that's that sound in a nutshell, pretty much. Hope this is actually one thing you can do to make this sound a lot bigger. I'll just quickly go is modulate a bunch of this stuff in the EQ. So you turn up the highs and then throw that LFO 5 on there and maybe drag it up to there. And then we can turn up the frequency, boost, and lows, and that's just gonna so it's just kind of making it a lot more crisp. But yeah, I will see you guys next tutorial. That's a wrap for this one. Hope this is helpful. Please let me know if it was, and yeah, talk to you guys soon. Take it easy.